Judy, now that dinner's over, would you mind heading home?
Wait, what? I just got here. I barely even sat down.
I know, but tonight's really hectic for me. There's a ton of housework I've got piled up, and honestly, it's difficult when people come over just to eat and leave.
That's not why I came. I thought I'd stop by to celebrate your engagement. It's supposed to be a happy occasion, isn't it?
Sure, that's what you say on the surface, but I've already heard things from Oscar. He told me about how hard things were growing up, how your family never had much, how he barely had anything as a kid. And how once he finally got a job, you started asking him for money every single month. That's not something you can just hide.
He said all that? Again? Look, I'm working now at a law office, full-time. I'm not mooching off of him like you're making it sound.
Then maybe you're not working hard enough. You didn't support him properly when he needed it, and now that he's finally stable, you show up asking for help and food? Honestly, it's like you failed twice. First as a parent, and now, whatever this is.
That's not fair. I only came to celebrate your engagement, that's all. I even brought a gift. It's in my car. I was going to bring it in after dinner.
Judy, we gave you a hot meal. I think that's more than enough. Now you can go ahead and get back in your car and drive home. Oscar agrees, by the way. He told me it would be best if you didn't stay long.
All right, if that's how it is, then I'll go. Thanks for the meal. It really was delicious.
Oh, is that right? Well, next time you might want to try cooking for yourself. And if you do plan to come by again, I'd appreciate a heads up first. Actually, the best thing would be not coming at all. But if you must, at least don't just show up uninvited.
Please, I'd really like to visit again. I want to get along with you too. We're family now, Millie. Don't you think that counts for something?
Don't beg. It's pathetic. You should know by now that clingy people aren't well liked. Maybe try remembering that.
Hey, would you please stop ignoring my messages? I wouldn't have to keep texting you if you actually responded once in a while.
Come on, Mom, can you stop messaging me over and over? We don't even live together anymore. You need to start respecting some boundaries.
You ignore me constantly. That's why I keep reaching out. If you just talked to me properly, I wouldn't have to chase you down like this.
Fine, I'm here now. What do you want?
About earlier today, I told you ahead of time I'd be coming over to celebrate your engagement. You knew I was coming, so why did you and Millie treat me like I was some kind of freeloader?
You were freeloading. You showed up expecting dinner. Why should we serve food to someone who just came over for a so-called celebration? Don't act like it wasn't obvious.
I didn't ask for food. All I did was mention the curry smelled nice when I walked in the door. That's not begging, that's just being polite.
Same difference. You always find some way to hint that you want something. It comes off as cheap, Mom. Even Millie picked up on it. She doesn't want you dropping by anymore. And honestly, neither do I.
Are you serious right now? After everything I've done for you, I've helped you financially. You think it's fair to treat me like this?
And I've told you before, parents helping their kids isn't some noble act. That's what being a parent is. If you're expecting a payout or some kind of gratitude parade, that's on you, not me. It's tacky, Mom, honestly.
You told me you'd pay me back. You promised.
Yeah, and I will, but not to you directly. I'll repay what you gave me by giving my own kid the life I never had. That's how it works, right? The next generation moves forward. It's not supposed to be some running tab between mother and son.
That's not even the same thing, and you know it. I'm not talking about some abstract life lesson. I'm talking about actual dollars, real money I gave you when you were struggling.
Wow, did you really just say that? What kind of parent throws debt in their kid's face like that? Look, this is exactly why I don't want you around anymore. Whenever I see you, all I can think about is how miserable it was growing up with nothing. You bring all that pain right back to the surface.
Miserable? You're calling our home miserable?
It was the truth, wasn't it? You and I both know we were poor as hell. And now, Millie doesn't want that energy near our life. And honestly, neither do I. So just, please, stay away. Hey, I heard something weird from Uncle Ron. Is it true you moved into a house in Vanity Hills? Like a whole single-family mansion?
Yeah, it's true. I did move. Why? Is that a problem?
I mean, how the hell could you afford that? It's not like Dad's still around and buying a house, especially in that area? That doesn't add up.
I thought we agreed not to interfere in each other's lives. We live separately now. We're not obligated to keep tabs on one another.
Sure, but it's not like we completely cut ties. You're still family. I care about you, you know? I worry sometimes. Like, are you okay? Did something happen? Are you acting out or something?
If I were spiraling, I wouldn't be buying real estate. I'd be downing shots of whiskey or handling snakes with my bare hands.
Snakes? What does that even mean? But seriously, I heard it's a huge house, like 3,500 square feet or more. How does someone just buy a place like that out of nowhere? You sure you're not sitting on some of Dad's inheritance?
Oh my god, are we still on this again? I told you already, there is no inheritance. You know we weren't exactly rolling in money when your father was alive.
Yeah, and that's exactly why this doesn't make any damn sense. How else could you suddenly buy a luxury house unless you were hiding something? If you're keeping the inheritance for yourself, that's just plain wrong.
There was no inheritance. I paid for the house with my own savings. Work's been going really well. I've had a few successful years, and I decided it was time to invest in something stable.
Don't screw with me. You expect me to believe this fairy tale about how you suddenly got rich all by yourself? Come on, just admit that the house is from Dad's money, isn't it? If that's the case, then as part of the family, I have a right to live there too.
You want to live in my house?
Yeah, why not? You said it's over 3,000 square feet, right? That's way more space than you need alone. Me and my wife have been thinking about starting a family, and honestly, our apartment is way too cramped. That place would be perfect for us.
If you're okay with it, then I don't mind at all.
Wait, really? You're serious? Awesome! In that case, we'll probably start planning our move next month. Sound good?
Sure, I'll go ahead and mail you the paperwork. Just make sure you read everything carefully before you sign, okay?
Paperwork? Oh wow, you're even prepping all that for us? You're the best, Mom! I'm actually getting excited about this now!
Judy, so it's true, you bought a house in Vanity Hills, didn't you? Why didn't you say anything?
You know, Oscar said the same thing just a little while ago. But I thought the whole point was that you two wanted space from me. Didn't you both make that very clear?
Well, yeah, but I only ignored you because I thought you were still clinging to Oscar, trying to stay involved in his life. I had no idea you were actually rich enough to buy a house in Vanity Hills, of all places. I guess I completely misread the situation. My bad. Anyway, now that I know you're living in such a huge place, we'll be moving in too. Hope that's okay.
Yes, Oscar mentioned that too. If you really want to come, go ahead. I'll let him handle the arrangements and paperwork, so you can take it up with him.
Great! Looking forward to it. I'm honestly so excited now. We'll finally get to live in a real house, not some cramped little apartment. Thanks for being so generous about this, Judy. Judy, this place is amazing! A brand new single-family home in Vanity Hills? It seriously feels like a dream come true! Thank you so much for letting us move in!
Yes, it's quite nice, isn't it? Please, take your time settling in and enjoy your new life here.
Thank you! By the way, where are you right now? I'd love for you to come down to the living room. We should totally celebrate this move together. I brought a little something for you too.
Oh, I'm not there.
Wait, what? Aren't you just out grabbing groceries or something?
No, I'm home, at my place. I have no reason to be at that house. All the paperwork's already been signed. That house is yours to live in now. Of course, if something urgent comes up, you're welcome to contact me.
Hold on, what do you mean your place? That house we just moved into, that's your home, isn't it?
Oh dear, I think there's been a major misunderstanding. That house is yours to live in. Oscar and you are the only tenants.
Wait, seriously? You mean just the two of us get to live here, alone, in this gorgeous house?
Of course, that was the agreement from the beginning. The house is for the two of you. I hope you and Oscar enjoy a long, happy married life there.
No way! This is unreal! We get to live in a brand new house for free? This is the best wedding gift ever! I still can't believe it!
Free? Who said anything about free?
Huh?
You're renting the house from me. You'll be expected to pay monthly rent. There's also an upfront cost, just like with any rental agreement. That should have been made very clear.
Wait a minute. Rent? You're saying we're tenants? That we're renting your house?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. I own the house, and you two are leasing it. Why would I give away a newly built home for free? That makes no sense. Giving someone a free house is no different from giving someone free meals day after day. That's just enabling laziness.
Okay, wow. I mean, I guess that makes sense in theory, but we never agreed to any of this. You never said it was going to cost anything. This feels like a total scam.
Scam? Everything was spelled out clearly in the lease agreement. I told you twice to read through everything carefully before signing. Are you telling me you didn't read the documents at all?
I skimmed it, maybe. It was a long document, and I assumed it was all standard stuff. But this? A monthly rent? Seriously?
Then that's on you. Legally, the terms are binding. Now then, the rent is $12,000 per month. Please make sure it's paid on time every month.
$12,000? Are you joking? That's outrageous! There's no way we can afford that!
Then why did you sign a lease for a luxury home in one of the most expensive neighborhoods in the country? If you didn't have the financial means, you should have said so. Frankly, you signing that lease without the ability to pay, that's what I'd call dishonest.
This is insane! You're insane! How could you do this to us? You set us up, pretended like you were giving us a wedding gift, and then slammed us with luxury rent prices out of nowhere!
I didn't pretend anything. I offered a premium home, and you signed a legal agreement to rent it. Don't confuse generosity with charity. If you assumed you were getting a free mansion just for marrying my son, that's on you.
Unbelievable! This is actually disgusting! Forget it! I'm texting Oscar right now. This whole thing is a joke, and I'm not playing along anymore.
You've gotta be kidding me. What the hell is this? That woman, she's seriously messing with us.
Oh, please, don't start yelling at me like this is all my fault. You're the one who told me not to worry about the contract. Remember that? Leave it to me, Millie. What was that supposed to mean?
I thought it was just some formality, a basic move-in document or something. I didn't think it was a lease. Who the hell writes a full-blown rental agreement for a wedding gift?
You didn't think? Seriously? You better be paying for the moving costs now. This whole disaster is on you.
Are you for real right now? You're the one who kept saying, I want out of this cramped apartment. Let's move already. You wouldn't shut up about it.
Because you couldn't provide a decent home for your wife. Sorry for expecting basic comfort. Maybe I should have trusted your mother instead of listening to you for once.
Don't even get me started. I know she's hiding Dad's inheritance. There's no way she could afford that mansion on her own unless there was money stashed away somewhere.
Oh, I know she is. That much is obvious. But what do you expect to do about it?
We find it. I'm telling you, the money has to be hidden somewhere in that house.
Are you insane? You think she just shoved a briefcase full of cash behind a wall panel or something? Why would she keep anything valuable in a house she rents to us?
Okay, maybe not. You're right, that'd be risky. Still, I can't just let her pull one over on me like that. I've got to make her pay somehow. She's not walking away from this unscathed.
Honestly, I think your mom came out way ahead this time. You signed the lease, Oscar. That means you agreed to everything. You can't throw a tantrum now. You have zero legal ground to stand on.
Excuse me? Whose side are you even on right now?
Your mom's, obviously. She's the only one in this situation who actually used her brain.
You were just raging about her an hour ago. Now all of a sudden you're kissing up to her like she's Mother of the Year. What the hell changed?
Yeah, I overreacted earlier. But I'm mature enough to apologize when I've made a mistake. Maybe you should give it a try too.
Why should I be the one apologizing? You think I enjoyed growing up in poverty? Because of her, my whole childhood was a joke. If anyone deserves an apology, it's me.
Oh, really? Tell me then, what exactly was so unbearable about your poor little life?
You want specifics? Let me break it down for you. I only had one lunchbox. One, not two. Just a sad little box with no more than enough space for a sandwich. How do you expect a kid to hold his head high with a sad little lunch?
Wait, hold on. Are you being serious right now?
Dead serious. Also, she used to pick me up in a compact car. Do you know how humiliating that is? All the other kids' parents had SUVs or luxury cars, but not my mom. Nope, she rolls up in a tiny metal can.
Okay, keep going. I'm listening.
And the breakfast situation, don't get me started! She made eggs and sausage with some stupid cheese every morning like it was normal. Everyone else had fruit or cereal, the good stuff, but nope, I had to eat eggs and sausage like some peasant.
Oh my god, you weren't poor, you were spoiled! I've been treating your mom like she was some poverty-stricken failure because you made her sound like she raised you in a cardboard box. But you're just a whiny little brat with breakfast issues?
It felt poor. We lived in a rich neighborhood, okay? When you're surrounded by people with money, even being average makes you feel like trash.
If you were living in a rich neighborhood, how could you possibly call that a hard life? You know what? I'm done. I can't believe I let myself get wrapped up in this.
Wait, what do you mean you're done?
I mean, I'm leaving. This entire thing, your tantrums, your entitlement, your obsession with your mom's imaginary money, it's pathetic. I'm not wasting another minute of my life with a man-child who thinks rice is a hardship.
Hold on, Millie, don't do this. Let's just calm down and talk this through.
Nope, too late. Honestly, I think siding with your mom might be the smarter move. At least she has a house in her name and knows how to read contracts. You're just dead weight.
You've got to be joking.
Not even a little. We already gave up the apartment, so this is actually perfect timing. No strings attached. Good luck finding someone else who'll put up with this nonsense. Bye, Oscar.
Millie, wait!
Hi, Judy. I just wanted to say I'm really sorry for earlier. I know I lost my temper and I acted out of line. I wasn't thinking straight. I just got a little overwhelmed, that's all.
You don't have to explain. It's not the first time someone's lost their composure around me.
Oscar and I, well, we've decided to divorce. And honestly, I think you deserve to know the truth. He lied to me about a lot of things, especially about you.
Lied about me?
Yeah. He used to go on and on about how you made his life miserable, that he grew up poor because of you. That he never had enough food, never had any comforts, never had a proper childhood. He made you sound like some selfish woman who ruined him financially.
I see. I'm not surprised he said all that, but it's nice to hear someone finally figured it out.
What really opened my eyes was when I found out what he meant by poverty. He was mad because he only had one lunchbox back in the day instead of two. Like, seriously? That's what he was holding on to all these years?
Exactly. That's the kind of child Oscar was. I gave him a $10,000 allowance once, and he still pouted and asked why it wasn't $20,000. That's the kind of entitlement I was dealing with.
Wow, I mean seriously, wow. That's just insane. Honestly, I'm relieved the marriage is over. I can't stand that kind of attitude. Spoiled people who blame everyone else for their own failures? I'm done with that.
I agree with you on that, but you know what kind of people I dislike even more?
Who?
The ones who switch sides the moment the power dynamic changes. The ones who flatter whoever they think is in control. People who think manipulation is a substitute for character.
Oh my god, yes! I hate that too! It's so obvious when people do that, it's embarrassing! Like, have some self-respect, right?
Yes, exactly. So tell me, Millie, don't you feel embarrassed?
Wait, what?
I'm talking about you. 1 minute you're accusing me of hiding money and calling me controlling, and the next you're trying to cozy up to me because Oscar turned out to be a loser. You've done a complete 180. Doesn't that feel cheap to you?
No, hold on. That's not what I'm doing. I realized you were right all along. You didn't deserve the way we treated you.
Oh, so now I'm right. That's very convenient. Well then, I suppose we're done here. There's no longer a reason for us to keep talking.
Wait, what? What do you mean, done? I apologized. I admitted I was wrong. Doesn't that count for something?
Millie, let's not pretend. You were never interested in reconciling with me until Oscar left you, and now that you have nowhere to go, you suddenly want to play nice.
Please, I didn't come crawling to you for pity. I just thought maybe we could live together. I mean, I'm no longer with Oscar, and I always did want to get to know you better. He was the one who told me not to get close to you.
I hope you're not under the illusion that there's an inheritance waiting for you.
What? No, that's not why I'm saying this. Wait, is there really no inheritance? Are you sure?
That's the reaction I expected. Clearly, I hit a nerve.
Okay, maybe I was curious if there was anything left behind, but I wasn't expecting anything, I swear.
There's nothing. The money you're dreaming of doesn't exist. That house, I had it built with my own hands, figuratively speaking. I worked my way up for years to give Oscar a decent education, and now I'm just finally enjoying the payoff.
Then let me help you. I'm unemployed right now, no income, no place to go. But I can help out around the house by cooking, cleaning, and doing errands. Please let me stay, just until I get back on my feet.
No, thank you. Actually, I'll be needing something else from you instead.
What do you mean?
The lease you signed. Did you even read it? There's a termination clause. If you break the contract early, you owe $50,000 in penalties.
$50,000? I don't even have $500 right now. How am I supposed to come up with that kind of money?
Split it with Oscar. It's $25,000 each. Seems fair. You two entered into the agreement together.
You can't be serious. I have no job, no savings, and no housing options. I can't pay this.
Then you should have read the contract. It was drafted by the managing partner of my law firm. I've been working in legal administration for 15 years. That lease is airtight. If you don't pay voluntarily, I'll pursue it legally.
Oh my god, so this is really happening? You're really going to kick me out and sue me for 50 grand?
I was going to let you live there for free. That housewarming I showed up to, I had a wedding gift in my car. I was going to surprise you both with something meaningful.
Wait, what? You had something for us?
Yes, but then you both treated me like an unwanted stray dog. So I kept it to myself. Surprises only work when they're welcomed.
Please, I didn't know. Can I still see the gift? I really want to make this right.
There's no surprise left. You already ruined it.
Judy, please. I know I messed up, but just give me one more chance. Let me stay. Let me prove I'm not like him.
Don't grovel. It's undignified. You were the one who told me that clingy people are annoying, weren't you?
Yes.
Then maybe it's time you took your own advice.
Hey, what the hell is this PDF you just sent me?
It's a formal notice, a breakdown of the termination penalties. Millie's already been informed. You two signed the contract together, so you're both responsible. You will pay the cancellation fee.
Mom, what happened to you? Seriously, is this how you treat your own son? Your family?
I should be asking you that. You're the one who went around telling people I made you grow up in poverty, that I neglected you, and that I constantly begged you for money every month. You tarnished my name. Tell me, is that how you treat family?
Okay, yeah, I said some stuff, but it's not like it was all lies or anything.
Oh, really? Well, let's break that down, shall we? You claim you were forced into a life of poverty. Maybe that's how you felt, but that doesn't make it true. And the thing about me begging for allowances? That was you asking me for money every month, not the other way around. You just flipped the narrative to make yourself look better. That wasn't just dishonest, it was cruel.
Fine, I get it. I was wrong, okay? I thought you were hiding Dad's inheritance or something. I guess I let myself believe that so I wouldn't have to admit I was just struggling on my own.
Then let me make something clear. I want every cent of what I loaned you returned. And the $50,000 in penalties from breaking the lease, you'll be paying that too. If you're truly sorry, that shouldn't be a problem, right?
I'll pay back the money you lent me, that's fair, but the penalty? 50 grand? That's insane! I'm not just gonna roll over for that! You can't seriously expect me to agree to that kind of deal!
If you're refusing to pay, maybe I'll pay a little visit to your company. A polite drop-in to say hello, maybe shake some hands.
What?
I'll walk in on my own 2 feet, show them I'm healthy and vibrant, definitely not in need of any financial support. I'm sure your HR department would be very interested in meeting the parent you've been claiming as a dependent.
Mom, don't do this! Please, just don't!
Why not? It's not weird for a mother to visit her son's workplace, is it? Especially after her son claimed thousands of dollars in parental care assistance. It wouldn't take long for me to clear up the confusion.
How do you even know about that?
You're not as discreet as you think. A quick review of public filings and some calls told me everything I needed to know. You used your company's welfare program to claim elderly care reimbursements on my behalf. But guess what? I'm not sick. I'm not in a nursing home, and I never authorized anything.
Okay, I get it. I'll pay the penalty. I'll return the loan. Just don't go to my company. I'm begging you.
You'll do more than just pay. You'll contact HR yourself and explain the situation. You'll tell them you committed fraud and return the money they gave you. That's what taking responsibility looks like. Don't lose your dignity along with your reputation.
Why are you doing this? Why go this far? We're family, aren't we? We're mother and son. Why are you trying to destroy me?
Because we are family. Because you're my son. That's why I'm doing this. This isn't about revenge. It's about education. This is the final lesson I'll ever teach you. You told everyone that a parent should give and give without asking anything in return, right?
Yeah, I did.
Then here's me giving. I'm giving you a chance to face consequences. I'm giving you the opportunity to grow up, to become a man who can face what he's done without hiding behind excuses. You still think I'm cruel?
Honestly, right now? Yeah! This feels like cruelty! Like you're more interested in proving a point than helping me!
Helping you! I brought a wedding gift the day you shoved me out the door. I supported you through college, paid for your car, and covered your health insurance until you were nearly 30. Don't you dare talk to me about helping. I've lived that word for the past 30 years.
You've made your point. Loud and clear.
Then act like it. Own your mistakes. Fix what you broke. And maybe, just maybe, you'll come out of this with your head held high.
You know what? Maybe I deserved some of this, but you could stop pretending this is just about teaching me a lesson. You're angry. You're hurt. And now you're showing me what it feels like when you finally snap.
Of course I'm angry. Of course I'm hurt. But I'm still not slamming the door shut. I'm giving you a way to fix things. Whether you take it or not is entirely up to you.
All right, I'll do it. I'll pay back everything and I'll go to HR. But don't expect me to come crawling back after this. Whatever's left of our family, it's on hold for now.
Fair enough. But when you're ready to come back as a man I can respect, I'll still be here. Oscar had promised me that he would confess everything to the company, but it seemed like that promise was nothing more than empty words. He kept putting it off, never following through. I couldn't wait any longer, so I ended up having to tell the company myself. I had hoped he would take responsibility, but it became clear that I couldn't rely on him to do the right thing. As a result, Oscar was not only fired from his job, but he was also ordered to repay the money he had stolen. The consequences of his actions were severe, and he had no choice but to face the repercussions. I had hoped that he would learn from this, but instead, it seemed like his life continued to spiral downward. To make matters worse, he was also abandoned by Millie, and now he's living on his own, struggling under the weight of his debt. He has no home and no support system, and I imagine he's finding it difficult to make it through each day. In a way, I suppose it's good for him. He's finally getting a taste of what it means to live in extreme poverty, something he never really understood before. Sometimes, the best lessons in life are the hardest ones to learn. Millie, on the other hand, wasn't exempt from the consequences of her actions. After everything that happened, she came crawling to me, hoping for my help, but I stood firm and rejected her. I couldn't help her, not after everything she had done. Instead, I continued to demand payment for the breach of contract she had caused. When I made it clear that I would involve lawyers in the court system, she seemed to realize the seriousness of the situation. It wasn't long before she caved in, agreed to pay the money, and took on the debt herself. But even with the money settled, Millie was far from a good place. She didn't have a job, and she didn't have a place to live. In many ways, her situation was no different from Oscar's. Both of them were now living without homes, burdened by the debt they had accumulated. It's hard to feel sorry for them, considering the choices they made, but I suppose it's a reminder of what can happen when you choose to live in deceit and selfishness. What really struck me, though, was how Millie had become the very thing she once despised. I remember Oscar saying she was vulgar and untrustworthy, and now it seemed that she had become exactly what he had warned me about. The desperation in her pleas for money was a stark contrast to the confident woman I once knew. It was painful to watch her transform into someone so different, but it also served as a cautionary tale. As for the house, I made the decision to rent it out to another family. It was no longer a home for me, and it didn't make sense to keep it empty. The rent provided me with some steady income, which helped supplement my work at the law office. I had to stay busy, especially with everything that had happened, but even with all the work I was doing, I found myself finding a sense of peace. The house was no longer a place filled with tension, regret, and bad memories. It had become a source of income, something that helped me move forward. I may have ended up alone, but I was far from lonely. My work was fulfilling, and I found solace in the friendships I formed with the family that moved into the house. We shared a mutual respect for one another, and I genuinely enjoyed spending time with them. They were a family who had their own struggles, but they were kind, hardworking, and grateful for what they had. I couldn't have asked for better tenants. They helped to bring a sense of balance back into my life. The house became a place of renewal, not just for the new family, but for me as well. It was a space where I could find peace and focus on my career. The weight of Oscar and Millie's betrayal had been heavy, but in time, I had learned to let it go. I focused on what was important, my work, my peace of mind, and the new opportunities that life was offering me. Looking back on everything, I realized just how much I had grown. I had become someone who was no longer swayed by the manipulation of others. I had learned to stand my ground, to hold people accountable, and to prioritize my own well-being. The years of stress, anger, and heartache had taught me invaluable lessons about resilience, independence, and self-worth. I knew that no matter what challenges life threw my way, I would be able to handle them with grace and strength. I may have been left alone, but in a way, that solitude had allowed me to discover who I really was. I no longer had to depend on having someone like my son in my life. I was stronger than I had ever been, and I was proud of what I had accomplished. Each day, I woke up with a sense of purpose, knowing that I was building a life for myself that was based on my own values and goals. It wasn't the life I had once envisioned, but it was a life I could embrace wholeheartedly. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.